eligibility criteria, first of all, is your nationality is Indian. Obviously everybody is Indian, those who are fill this form. And this is very important to know age limits. Okay, if you are from a general category, then you have only a 32 years is the maximum age, and number of attempts will be a 6. Okay, for general category student. Okay, for those who are from OBC, you will have 35 years is your maximum age, and you will means UPSC is offer your 9 attempts. Total number of attempts it is 9. Okay, and for SC/ST, age limit is 37 year, means the unlimited up to the age limit. Okay, unlimited number of attempts you can, 37 years till now. How much you attempt you can, this is depend on candidate, means potentiality, where how much they can able to attend the means attempt all the examination. Okay, defense service personnel will be a 35 years, and person with the benchmark disability will be a 35 year, and number of attempt will be a 9. So most of the student from general category, this is very important to know. You have only 6 attempt in your hand, and till the age of 32 you will be eligible for appearing this exam. So if you are just you are studying your preparation, you are from in the age of 23, so you can say a 9 to 10 years in your hand, you can utilize this 6 attempt in a more fruitful manner if you will have a good strategy. If you will complete the basic part, then obviously you will able to handle all the papers in a very effective manner. Okay, so first of all you should know nationality is your Indian. What should be your eligibility criteria for this exam? Okay, second important thing is you whatever you can mention a date while filling the form. Okay, those who are going to appear for 2020 exam, notification will be out in the month of February, first week of February. Okay, for every year, first week of February, or in the month of February for that year UPSC fill form. Okay, so you can fill the form and can put a date that is mentioned in your class 10 certificate. This is very important. Okay, whatever date you mentioned in your class 10 certificate, that will be valid. Okay, and minimum education qualification is just you should be a graduate from any of the recognized university. There is not any about that you should be a 55% marks, your marks should be a 40%. Only one criteria here is you should be a graduate from a recognized university. This is the minimum educational qualification required for UPSC exam. Okay, so two important thing is date of birth. Date of birth you should fill whatever is mentioned in your class 10 certificate. Okay, now another important thing here, what I am going to say is when to start for UPSC preparation. Now there are different means category of a candidate who are preparing for UPSC. Some of you are already done graduation, or all many of you are pursuing graduation. You are in a first year, second year, and you ultimately made your aim that after completion of graduation you will be directly will go and appear for UPSC exam. So you can make your mindset for this exam. So those who are pursuing graduation, those after the completion of graduation, then they means started preparing for UPSC. Or many of the candidates nowadays, because of awareness is increased so rapidly. Now class 10, 11, 12, 10, 12 student also means have their mind this point in your mind that after the completion of graduation they have only one target, that they want to become an IAS officer. Okay, so this is for class 11 and 12. So everybody have the same strategy. Okay, everybody have the same strategy, because eligibility is that you will be appear on the exam only after the when you will be graduated. Okay, so what should be your strategy for this exam? Okay, that will I am going to discuss. The so I divided your entire preparation in 3 stages. Okay, so before if stage 1, what is important here to understand the exam pattern? What is all about the UPSC IS exam? All about the civil services exam. So this is a 3-stage exam. Okay, the first stage is called a preliminary exam, or you can say a prelims exam. Okay, this will be a objective in nature. Okay, objective in nature. And there will be a 2 paper in prelims exam. This is called GS paper 1. Okay, you can say a general studies paper 1, and this is called GS paper 2. So most famously that is known by a name called CSAT. Okay, CSAT is the second paper. So this will be a paper will be qualifying in nature. You have to score only a 33% marks in CSAT. If you will score 33% marks in CSAT, then this paper GS paper 1 will be checked by the examiner. Okay, So CSAT is a qualifying in nature, and both the paper will be a 200 marks. Maximum marks will be a 200. Okay, and objective in nature. And number of question in GS paper one will be 100, and number of questions CSAT will be a 80. Okay, and each question will be a 2.5 marks. And whereas in GS paper one, each question will be a 2 marks, so total marks will become 200. Obviously, there will be a negative marking question. Negative mark will be also there. So prelims exam is your objective in nature. You have to attempt, you have to appear in two papers same day. Okay, there is not alternative. The same day you will be appear for both the paper. So in morning you will be you will be appear in GS paper one, and after the gap of say 3 hours, you will have a CSAT paper, and that will be a qualifying in nature. I will discuss also CSAT syllabus in detail and what should be a strategy for CSAT, as many of the candidates are means they misunderstood that this CSAT is a qualifying in nature, so they will directly solve the question in examination. So don't do all these things. You have to also focus on CSAT. If you are belong to a humanity subject, if you are not studied math after the class 10 and you have done a graduation, so this is a special recommendation for those candidates, those who have a weak they are weak in mathematics, they are weak in English, so that you should be do a practice continuously for CSAT, because scoring a 33% marks in CSAT is not an easy task. This again required a very a good number of practices from your side. Okay, so will be your prelims exam, will be your objective in nature. Okay, and then a mains exam, as you know, main exam is called subjective in nature. So I will discuss the number of papers will be in a main exam. This will be a subjective in nature. After the qualifying, if you will qualify in prelims exam, then you will be appearing in the mains exam. So on an average, you can say 4 to 5 lakh candidate every year appear in UPSC prelims exam, and out of 4 to 5 lakh only, you can say 15,000. Okay, on average 15,000 candidates just they select for mains exam. Okay, out of 4 to 5 lakh, only 15,000 qualify prelims, and they directly appear in mains exam. And in further in mains exam, those who qualified mains, the number of candidates will be a 5,000 will be appear for interview. And finally only as per this is also depend on number of seats. Every year number of seats is not means same every year, it will change every year. So okay, on an average 1,000 finally selected. So out of 4 to 5 lakh candidate, only 1,000 finally selected. You see how a competition is very tough competition here. So this is required a very good strategy from your side. Okay, so don't take this exam as a means like you can prepare if you will not focus on any of the things. So focus is very important. Time management is very important. Okay, understanding each and every concept is very important here. So that's why I am divided all the session, all your preparation into 3 stages. This is before this you should know the exam pattern in a proper manner. Okay, so this will give you an advantage that how you can start your preparation. So what you will do for the first stage, the first stage is the prelims exam preparation. As you know, the first stage is your completion of the NCRT. So what you will do in the first stage you will do the completion of NCRT from class 6 to 10 NCRT. Some like if in case of geography, in case of economy, I will recommend you, in case of polity, I will recommend you to read class 11, 12 NCRT also. But first what you will do is start NCRT from class 6 to 10, and you will just give a 2 months or we can say 2.5 months. For the first stage you will give a 2.5 month of your preparation for completion of only NCRT, because you know in first stage first 2 or 3 months you don't read a newspaper. Because why I'm saying don't read a newspaper, because when you will read a newspaper in the first day of your preparation, suppose today you are planning that you will be going to appear for this exam, so in that case you will not understand any of the articles. And you know mains the current affair part of UPSC exam is very different from whatever you see current affair exam in current affair questions in your exam or SSC exam, because UPSC current affair is very different. And to understand UPSC current affair, first of all you should know the base, and base from polity, history, geography, economy, science. Okay, then if you know the base, then you can understand the articles. For example, if any of the article is mentioned about the climate change, okay, climate change, any of the article is given in the Hindu newspaper, so you will not understand what all about these articles, because you have not completed your base. What is climate change? Why we call it as a climate change? What are the steps taken by the government of India to fight against the climate change? What are the other international agreement that was signed for to fight against the climate change? What are the adaptation, mitigation, all of these things? So that's why what you will do, you have to first complete your base. First, you develop your base by reading a basic understanding, basic NCERT book. NCERT is a very highly recommended book and very nice written book, where that will give you a very complete understanding of the subject. For example, you've done a BTech, you don't know anything about history, you don't know anything about the polity. If someone you don't know anything what is exactly in a parliament. So while reading an NCERT, this will give you a picture, this will give you an information that what exactly a parliament, what is Lok Sabha, Raj Sabha, how a president is different from prime minister, what are the powers given to the president, what are the powers given to the prime minister, what how a governor is different from the president. So these are some basic understanding is required. Then you will understand the articles. Okay, when any article is about the impeachment of the president, so you know the process, why president is impeached and what are the procedure for impeachment of the president, and how a governor of any state is removed or how they are elected. So basic understanding of polity. Similarly in geography, if you are reading any of the article based on cyclone, because cyclone nowadays become big, a very super cyclone, so you should know the basic part of cyclone, what are the factors responsible for development of the cyclone. So that's why a reading of NCERT will give you a basic understanding, and that will help you to know the your means current affair articles. And most important thing is you should download syllabus. What you will do, download a complete syllabus of UPSC exam along with means your optional subject. You can decide only one optional subject, because in UPSC exam, mains exam, only one option is available, so you can select one optional subject. Okay, so I will also recommend you what are the points you should keep in your mind while selecting an optional subject. So you can download the syllabus and past year question paper. This is the two most important ingredient for your preparation. Your past year question paper and syllabus is very important. Without this, your preparation will be incomplete. You don't understand what are the topics you have to study in history, what are the topic you have to study in economy, because these are the subject is very 80% of the candidate are from the science background. Okay, 70 to 80%. So they already left all this paper means humanities subject after the class 10, and they focus on science subject and they then BTech. Okay, so this is very important to know topics that is given in polity, history, geography. Okay, and then you see the past year question paper also. Past year question paper will give you an idea. This will help you to understand the pattern of exam, what type of question they are asking from different subjects, different areas. Okay, so that will be help you to prepare your exam with a very smart way. Okay, now this is the just like means the format of the paper and GS paper. As I told you, the 100 number of question will be 100, total marks will become a 200, and time duration will be at 2 hours. So whatever the UPSC will decide the cutoff, that is based on your GS paper 1. Okay, so every year cutoff is changed. ऐसा नहीं है कि cutoff will be remain the same. Okay, for example, last couple of years it was 98. So some of predicted that this year 2020 prelims cutoff will be somewhere around 95 to 96. It means out of 200 you have to score. If you are scoring a very good marks means 110 plus. Okay, then you are in a safe zone. Okay, this is also not completely valid here, because question, this is depend on the question pattern, level of questions. Means every year how much questions are means a tough part, how much question are easiest part. So depend on the level of question that decide the cutoff. Okay, but whenever you will prepare for UPSC, you are going to solve any of the question mock test, try to achieve at least 100 plus marks in each and every mock test. This is for those candidates who are already prepared for 1.5 years. They already means complete their syllabus twice, and they appear for any of the test series. Then try to achieve at least 100 plus marks in your mock test. If you are scoring 100 plus marks or 110 plus marks in your mock test, obviously you will be in a safe zone, and whatever the question that will become an exam, you can easily solve it and you will be qualified prelims exam. But at the same time, you have to focus on CSAT paper also, because don't take it seriously, because CSAT is also very important. And total number of questions will be 80, marks will be 200, and this is a qualifying in nature. Qualifying in nature means 33% marks you have to score. Now this is the mains syllabus. Okay, this is the mains paper. In mains paper, total number of your paper will be like 9 papers. Total will be 9 papers. Out of the 9 paper, paper A and paper B is your qualifying in nature. Okay, these two paper is a qualifying in nature, means compulsory Indian language. So total number of 22 languages that is given in your 8th schedule of the constitution. You have to select any one language. Suppose you are from northeastern state, you are from southern India, so you can select any of these language like Tamil, Malayalam, okay, northeastern state, again Nagaland, your regional language will be available. So you can choose any of the language. If you are from northern India, you can choose Hindi or English, any of the language. Okay, so compulsory Indian language you can choose out of the 22 language that is mentioned 8 schedule of the constitution. This will be again a 3 hours paper, and total marks is 300 marks. Again, English paper is also 300 marks. So this two paper is a qualifying in nature, means 25% marks you have to score. Then if you score 25% marks, means it you are qualifying in this both the paper. Final merit list that will be decided by the UPSC. Whatever marks you will achieve in essay paper, all four GS paper and optional paper, that marks will be considered your final marks. So your selection is based on essay paper, 4 GS paper and 1 optional paper. Okay, so this two paper is again a qualifying in nature. So you can easily qualify. That required just basic understanding of the your language. In English paper, you will find some comprehension. Passage will be there, grammar will be there. You have to solve some question based on grammar. You have to write precise writing. So you can, I will recommend you to you at least you see the past years question paper, especially for paper A and paper B. Okay, so if you will solve last 2 3 years question paper from paper A and paper B, then one thing will be always present in one thing will be clear in your mind, that you will be qualifying this paper. So this will give you confidence that you have to not so much worry about paper A and paper B. Means you have to focus more on essay paper, that will be 3 hours, okay, and 250 marks. I will also give you information here that essay will be, you have to write a 2 essay in 3 hours. You have to write a 2 essay. So this essay paper will divide into 2 section, section A and section B. So section A will be have 4 option, 4 topics will be there, and section B will be also 4 topics will be there. You have to select one topic from section A and one topic from section B, and you have to write a 2 essays in 3 hours. So one essay will be 125 marks, another essay will be 125 marks. So total marks will become 250 marks. Then you have a GS paper, 4 GS paper. So try to see each and every topic that is given in GS paper 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is the main important part of your syllabus, because whenever you will read a newspaper, your focus should be more on international relation, science and technology. Your focus will be on environment. Your focus on what is happening in India, about the political structure, political system in our country. You will find many of the news based on whatever the means that talking about the amendment of the constitution. Sometimes government is want to introduce some of the articles in the fundamental rights. So what is the procedure for the amendment of the constitution? So such type of question will be in a mains exam. So in mains exam, your if you will not prepare well in a current affair, so you will not able to write a good answer. Okay, so try to see all the topics given GS paper 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 4. Okay, and then your optional paper. So you can choose optional according to your choice. Okay, whatever you are subject you are interested, you can choose optional subject. And one optional, this one optional paper is divided into 2 paper. So since 2013 it was introduced, the syllabus was changed, and only one optional paper is remain in a UPSC mains exam. Okay, so one optional paper that is divided into 2 paper, paper 1 and paper 2, and each paper will be at 250 marks. So total marks will become of 500 marks. Okay, so try to understand the syllabus first, try to understand the pattern of exam, because this will help you to know where you have to focus and what should be your strategy. Okay, now what point I will mention about the optional paper. You can choose optional only based on the following points. So that paper will be based on your graduation. Suppose you have done a graduation in history, you have done a graduation in political science, geography. If you are from humanity subject, you can choose same subject as your optional paper, because you are already familiar with the subject. Okay, suppose you have done a MA in history, so you can choose the history as an optional subject, because you already know about history of India, you know about history of the world. So this will ease your preparation. Your focus will be more on means GS part. Your focus will be more on writing practice rather than reading a multiple books. You will do a lot of writing practice, and writing practice is the most important part of your UPSC preparation, that will help you to qualify this exam. Okay, so what is the importance, what is the benefit of if you are choosing the same subject that was in your graduation, because you know the subject very well, you are familiar with the subject, that subject is more interest, you are interested in the subject, so you can prepare very well with the subject. Okay, weightage optional in a GS. Obviously, this is very important because now you have a 4 GS paper. So 4 GS paper means each GS paper will have 250 marks. So total marks will become 1000. Suppose your geography is the optional subject. Okay, now you see that in GS paper one, 70 to 80 marks question will be out of 250 will be from geography part. Okay, and in also environmental part, GS paper 3 topic is disaster management, environment conservation, that also include a total number of 80 marks question. So total marks will 160. Okay, 160 plus 500 marks your optional. So you can see you can easily write a good answer, whatever the question will become in geography and from the environment, you can easily write a good answer, and your marks will be a very different from other candidate. Okay, so that will be a weightage of optional in GS. If your optional is more overlapping with the GS, this is the plus point. Okay, so this is a very very plus point, that your if you choose an optional subject that is more overlapping with GS, that will means reduce your efforts more. Okay, rather than to focus, suppose your optional is physics, or you have chosen a physics is optional subject, this is again for those candidates who interested in physics, you can choose physics, mathematics, or electrical engineering as optional subject. But try to always focus one thing, that this is not means harm your GS preparation. Okay, your GS preparation should be also will be done in a proper manner as compared to your optional subject, because you have to score a good marks in GS paper, not scoring a good, not only scoring good marks in optional paper, and you are not scoring good marks in your GS paper will not help you. So scoring good marks in GS plus your optional paper, both marks will be help you to achieve your dream or whatever you want to become, your IS or IPS, whatever you want to become. Okay, then availability of the study material is also very important. So suppose you have chosen electrical engineering as optional subject and material is not available, then how you can do a preparation? So this is very important, that material should be available online or offline without any means problem. So that is important. Availability of the study material is very very important. For example, history, geography, political science, you can also have some good institute materials, also printed materials, that will also help you to find the good proper notes, or some past year question paper mock test that any of the institute conducted, any of the mock test, optional mock test, you can collect all the materials, then see how what type of question are asking and how you should write an answer. So material is very very important here, very very important to know. Okay, availability of the guidance is again important. Guidance is like something someone is will guide you. Okay, like your selected candidate, if any of the candidate is selected, then he will guide you in a proper manner, or you can, or your mentor, your coaching institute mentor will guide you. So availability of the guidance is very important here. Okay, interest and understanding in the subject. If you are not interested in the subject, you're not understanding the subject, then that will be a not that will be not help you. Suppose you have chosen sociology as the optional subject. Why you have chosen sociology? Because your one of your friend is also choosing the same subject, and you are not interested in subject, you're not understanding the subject very well, then how you can give 1 or 2 years along with the subject? So choosing an optional subject is like a choosing a life partner. This is some famous say said by many of the experts, that so choose your optional whenever you are interested with the subject, you can understand with the subject, because this UPSC exam is not a one-day exam. It will be a take at least 2 years. So while 2 years reading the same boring subject again again will means reduce your interest. So if your subject is interested, if your geography is very good, if you choose geography as a good subject, you are interested in geography, so you can easily means prepare with geography for 2 years. Okay, so interest and understanding is very important. Analysis of the syllabus and previous year question paper is again a very important. So why analysis of syllabus and previous year question is important? Because this will give you an idea, means what type of question will be come in your UPSC exam, so that you will be prepared in that manner also. Okay, so join coaching institute optional paper. If you have a time, if you have a very easily available coaching material, coaching institute nearby your area or wherever you are living, so you can join it, because knowing this subject and what is to know, what to study, what not to study is very important to know. So joining the coaching institute will ultimately will help you. A mentor will guide you which of the following topics will be important and how you should prepare for the particular topic from any of the subject. Okay. Now, when to start with the current affair? Now, question is current affair. Current affair play a very important role. So when you should start with the current affair? So you can start a current affair after the completion of NCRT. Why after the completion of NCRT? Because the same thing I'm saying again, that if you will not complete NCRT, then how you will understand the current affair topic? So first complete the NCRTs like a polity, history, geography, economy. In economy, when you will complete, then you will understand the term what is GDP, what is inflation, what is fiscal policy, what is monetary policy of the RBI, what is repo rate, reverse repo rate, any of the article that will become in newspaper based on economic, based on economy, based on current geography, based on पॉलिटी. अगर किसी आर्टिकल कोई आर्टिकल आता है लाइक एंटी डिफेक्शन लॉ, कोई आर्टिकल आता है एंटी डिफेक्शन लॉ के ऊपर, सो द हाउ यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस टॉपिक एंटी डिफेक्शन लॉ. इफ यू नो the what is anti defection law, what are the procedure given in our constitution that remove the member of the parliament and the legislative assembly who have given a power for removing such a member, then you understand the article what is all about the debate, means why this is a debate, what is the judgment of the Supreme Court regarding anti defection law. So knowing the basic part of your GS will help you to know the current affair. You understand the articles in a proper manner, then you can make a notes on the basis of your knowledge, whatever you know the basic part. Read newspaper, the Hindu or Indian Express. No need to read two newspaper at the same time. Only you can read one newspaper. Either you can read the Hindu or Indian Express. This is again based on your interest. So first of all, I will recommend everyone to start with the Hindu newspaper, because the Hindu newspaper is a very good newspaper, and it also include the topics it consider more relevant with your syllabus part of UPSC exam. So articles that is given in the Hindu or whatever the news that is mentioned in the Hindu will be very helpful for you. You can read the Indian Express at the time of your mains exam. So when you are qualified prelims during the time of mains exam, because a broad understanding of the topic is very important. You should know the what is the thinking of other scholars on a particular issues. If I will say a government is planning to conduct election, means simultaneous election of the Lok Sabha and legislative assembly of the state, then what is the opinion of different scholars, different means group of people, some of you can say a political scientist, what they are thinking about conducting simultaneous election in India, both for Lok Sabha and legislative assembly will be a good or not. So that should be a pros and cons of issues you should know very well. Okay, so that's why Indian Express and reading the Hindu will give you diversity of information, diversity of opinion of the many of the scholars. So you can write a good answer. So what exactly you have to write in UPSC mains exam is your own viewpoint. You can suggest the government. You can suggest the point. What should be other steps should be taken by the government of India to overcome such type of issue. यही सब लिखना होगा आपको. So that's required information from different scholars. You can restrict these sources and do not go for extra books and magazine, because you know whenever you will visit in any of this book means market, you will find the multiple books are available on current affair or newspaper available. So restrict your resources. आपको सिर्फ उतना ही पढ़ना जितना आपको requirement है. For current affair you are reading the Hindu newspaper, or you can also go through any of the coaching institute monthly magazine. No need to buy any of the magazine like Chronicle, Civil Services Times, Pratyogita Darpan, okay, then Competition Success Review. The magazines are available in the market. No need to buy all these magazines. You can only read the Hindu newspaper, and two magazines are very important called Yojana and Kurukshetra. Okay, even Yojana and Kurukshetra, this is because government publication, and whatever you will read the government publication sources, that will be authentic. That will give you authentic information. And while writing an answer, you require authentic information. No need to write any of the fake things. So that's why Yojana and Kurukshetra is government publication magazine. You can go through a Yojana and Kurukshetra, the Hindu newspaper, and one monthly magazine of any of the institute you can follow. That will means revise entire last month current affair. Okay, and you can go through a syllabus and past year question papers some time to time to see to judge your preparation, to find out the important articles, to important areas where you have to focus. Okay. Now, what you will do in a second stage, you can go through a now reference book. Okay, after the completion of NCRT and you will start preparation for current affair, reading on the current affair, what you will do, now read the reference book, because you don't read Lakshmikant directly. Before reading the polity, this is a famous book, M. Lakshmikant for Indian polity. you should complete NCRT. Okay, so don't directly jump into the Lakshmikant. Similarly, Spectrum is the for modern India, GC Leong book for geography, Shankar Ayes for environment, and Ramesh Singh for Indian economy. This should be a second stage of your preparation. Means after the completion of NCRT and you are reading the newspaper also, everyday newspaper, and then you can start this Lakshmikant, Spectrum, GC Leong, Shankar Ayes, and Ramesh Singh books. Okay, don't directly read this book, because reading directly this book will not you will not understand anything. So NCRT will first, it will make your base. Okay, that is the important thing here. Now, third stage of your preparation, what you will do, revision. Revision is very important. So how you can do a revision? You can join a test series. Okay, join a test series for prelims. Okay, and for mains also. So joining a test series is very, very important. If you're not joining a test series, then how you will able to find your weak points, your mistakes, where are doing mistakes while preparing for UPSC exam. So joining a test series is very important. Revision, so revision is not like that you are just revising and reading the things again and again. Best way of revision is joining a test, because you will solve multiple types of question on a single topic. For example, if I will say revise fundamental rights, how you can revise the fundamental right. So if you will solve 100 questions based on fundamental right, then each and every concept will be clear. You will find a diversity of questions based on a fundamental right. So every type of question you will solve, then ultimately this will help you to revise, and you can remember the things for a long period of time. This has happened that suppose you are solving any of the fundamental, any of the question, multiple choice question, you are now stuck in option number A and option number C, and you have chosen a wrong option. Okay, then when you will recheck your answer, when you will go through, you read explanation, then you will whatever things you will read, that will be stored in your mind for a long period of time. So this is how you can do a revision, and try to learn from each and every of your mistakes. Okay, try to find your mistake, and make sure that in next time you will not do a mistake in such type of questions. So joining a test series will be give you a accuracy level, because out of 100 question, as I told you that 4 to 5 lakh candidates appear in prelims exam, and your competition is really with the 60 to 70,000 candidate. This 60 to 70,000 candidate is serious candidate. Okay, this is the competition among 60 to 70,000 candidate, and they can easily solve 30 to 35 question out of 100 question. That is based on basic question, that is based on basic books. Means Lakshmikant, everybody is reading Lakshmikant, Spectrum, they can easily solve. So problem is that who will qualify the exam and will not qualify, this based on your accuracy level. Means how much you are doing mistake. Suppose you have attempted out of 100 question 85 question, out of 100 you have attempted 85. Now what is the main problem here is that you will do a lot of mistakes here. So if you are corrected 40 50 55 of the question you attempted correctly, and rest of the question you have attempted wrong, means 30 question, it means 10 marks. 10 marks means 30 question you have done wrong, means 1 by 3 means 20 marks will be deducted. So out of 110, your if you are 55 marks, 55 you have solved 55 correctly, it means total marks will become 110. You can deduct 20 marks, so your marks will become a 90. So obviously we're not able to if suppose 98 is the cutoff, then how you will able to qualify a prelims, your marks will be deducted. So try to reduce your mistake. If you will attempt more wrong question, it means you are not going to qualify this exam. This is the game of just your accuracy level. Okay, how much you are accurate about your answer, means how much you are sure about your answer. That is the case main UPSC want to test in the candidate, whether you are confident with your preparation or not. Okay, so this is the means one benefit of joining a test series. If you will joining a test series, means you will solve means thousands of questions. Okay, and each time try to learn and try to experience yourself that how you can do educated guess. Okay, in some of the question you stuck, so in that case you try to find those options where you are 100 means 80% sure. If you will means do this type of practice again and again, you will be confident that in exam, if you will stuck in any of the question, suppose A and C, you are stuck in A and C option, so you can your educated, your common sense say that select C, then 80% chances you will be corrected. Okay, so this is the thing you will learn by doing a lot of practice. Okay, read Yojana magazines. Okay, try to read Yojana magazines and try to make a notes also. Reading is not only help you, you try to write, because in prelims exam, once you will qualify prelims exam, in mains exam, everything is depend on your writing skill. So if you will know how to write a 400 words into 40 words, 400 words article, how you learn how to you can write in a 40 words summary of a article. So writing practice is very very important. So do a lot of writing practice, whatever you are reading, whatever you are watching on your YouTube, or you are means you are watching your like means Raj Sabha TV of any of the debate that based on any of the current issues, try to write it. Okay, every time you will write, you will learn everything. Okay, you can visit a PIB website. This is again, you can update yourself. If you are means reading a newspaper, and then you can visit a PIB website 5 times in a month. Try to collect information last 5 days, 6 days. Don't need to visit every day. You can make a timetable that in every Saturday night you will visit a PIB website and try to collect all the information for last 1 week. Okay, this is, I think, 10 to 12 news is only hardly important. Rest of the news is no need to read, because if you go through a 10 to 15 news every week from PIB, then ultimately we will have means a good number of news articles. So remembering that news articles is also one important challenging part. So read only that much that you can able to retain it, you can able to recall during the time of examination. Okay, read newspaper regularly. Okay, don't lose it. If any of the reason, your personal reason, you are in a out of station, you are in a vacation, so in that case you can avoid it. But there should not be a long gap while reading a newspaper, because newspaper is also if you will read, if you have not read today's newspaper, and you have gap of 2 days, then next day newspaper will be a very it looks very some everything is new, means you'll not understand what article is. Every news article is linked with the past day's news. So if you will go through a everyday newspaper, then you understand what is happening next time, what is government strategy, what government is taking action for the next time. So reading newspaper will connect with the current issues. Okay, because in exam they will not ask you who became the prime minister of this country, that country, who had given this award. Such type of question you see in SSC, Bank PO. That type of current affair question will not come in your prelims exam, and even in the mains exam. That required a proper understanding of the issues, burning issues. Okay, you can make your own notes. Okay, try to write in your own words. Whatever you are reading, try to write in your own word, and do a lot of answer writing practice. Okay, a lot of answer writing practice will help you to score a good marks in your mains exam. That will be the main decide your means your qualification. They will be whether you qualify in whether you'll be able to get your dream job or not. Okay. Now, I'm just mentioning here about the CSAT. What you will do for a CSAT, you can just a CSAT is divided into all the important topics like quantitative aptitude. So that will be basic numeracy, data interpretation till class 10. Okay. Then analytical ability and logical reasoning, general mental ability, critical reasoning, inferences, conclusion, assumptions, cubes, arrangement, circular. So reasoning you can do from the you can also solve RS Agrawal. Okay, called book called Logical Reasoning. You can also solve RS Agrawal. Quantity aptitude book name is Quantity Aptitude by RS Agrawal. That book is very good. So you can solve topics like percentage, average, speed, distance, and time, time, work. Okay, mensuration, permutation, combination. Such type of question will be is very given. Very good number of questions given quantity aptitude by RS Agrawal. So you can solve it. And reading comprehension means reading a newspaper will also help you to develop reading comprehension. Means a question that will be based on passage based question you can easily solve if you are going through reading articles every day. So reading a newspaper will ultimately help you in a CSAT also. Then editorial small passages you can read it, try to understand, try to find out the summary of the article, and that will be helpful for your solving the questions. Okay. Now you have any doubt, you can ask me a question. So this is all about the today's session. Okay. So we will meet you again with a new session on Saturday, or maybe next uh, Tuesday. Okay. Okay. Thank you to everyone.